Good evening, my fellow South Africans. I wanted to do a script, but I didn't do a script on what I want to speak about tonight. Tonight, I want to speak straight from the heart, straight from the stomach. I first would just want to make sure that I get this out clearly to YouTube and the creators of YouTube. I just want to say thank you so much, and especially all my fellow podcasters out there. Thank you so much for giving me the inspiration to do what I am doing. Let me explain to you what's happened in my life, basically. I'll keep it short. In 2019, I had a major heart attack. I had a clot stuck in my heart. They said I should never have survived it. But anyway, I did survive that. And because of that happened to myself, being a person that came from the engineering world, I was in the boiler industry. I worked installing new boilers like at Kendall and places like that, and working on boilers all over. In fact, even outside of Africa, South America, all over. I worked everywhere, doing boiler overhauls and retubes, etc., etc. Very physically demanding work. But anyway, so I've always been a very active person up until what's happened to me. Anyway, what happened after the heart attack? I was told I could never go back to work because there was damages to my heart. My heart was damaged. So anyway, myself and my wife decided we moved up to a little town called Bulwer in the Midlands, there in Drakensberg. And we opened up a small soap cleaning shop selling cleaning products. But lo and behold, we had the 2021 riots. I'm sure everybody can remember that, where everybody went crazy and started burning and destroying. Anyway, they got hold of our stock. What they didn't destroy, they just set the shop alight and burnt it down to the ground. So we lost everything. We had no insurance.
In fact, the whole town lost everything.
The whole town basically lost everything that day. Anyway, so a couple of months after that, I had a stroke, a multiple stroke, which didn't help. And I lost the left-hand side of my body due to the stroke. Plus, I developed what they call diabetic neuropathy. You can look that up. It's very painful. But anyway, that's not the there. Anyway, so lo and behold, we decided because of my medical condition and being in the middle of in the sticks there, we decided we'd rather come relocate to Durban, which we did do. We were not even here, I think, about 3 or 4 months at least. They stole my motor car. Guess what? My wheelchair was in the car. They took that too, and lo and behold, no insurance again. So talking about losing your wheels in one fell sweep.
And your
it happened to
tools.
me, and all my tools,
and important paperwork.
All our paperwork, everything was in the car. Anyway, we survived that. But then I found myself sitting in a chair watching the TV. I couldn't understand why I was still alive. I felt like there was no reason for me to be alive. What am I living for? I wanted to work. I wanted to do things. I can't even change a light bulb now. I can't walk anywhere. I don't go anywhere. I just sit and sit and sit. And it started to frustrate me. Then my wife came up with the idea. She said, look, we were watching some podcasts, namely Ronaldo Goes. We've been watching you for a long time. Neil de Beer, Citizen Concern,
and Hersoff.
Rob Hersoff, all these people. And they gave me an inspiration. And then between myself and my wife, we came up with the idea, why don't we do a podcast? But not thinking that it's...
and Kate McKenzie.
Yes. And Kate and everybody else, all the politicians and all the rest, but mainly on the podcasts. So we decided we're going to try this out. But then we didn't realize you need to have some equipment, which we still haven't really got equipment. We're just doing this with the phone. We've got nothing else. So if anybody has got anything lying around that they're not using, please, I'd really appreciate it if you could maybe just bomb it my way. I'd appreciate it. If you want something small for it, I can. I can't really afford much because I'm surviving on a government pension at the moment. That's another reason why we're doing this podcast, is to try and make a little bit of extra cash. Hopefully we'll get there one day, if we can get enough subscribers, that is, because everything's in order now. It's just when you haven't got enough subscribers at the moment. But anyway, so this is where we are at now. I'm sitting in the chair, saying to myself, sorry, I'm going back a little bit. I jumped the gun over a little bit there. I'd actually started giving up on life. I thought I was going to die. And lo and behold, you know what gave me the pluck to get this? Now I've got a life back again. I feel I can contribute something back to society, not just sit on my backside all 24/7. My wife looks after me. She's my caregiver. So that's where we live. Just myself and my wife. We've got a little one-bedroom place, and this is what we do now. But unfortunately, as I said, if the quality of it's not too good, that's the reason being it because we're only doing this through a old cell phone that came with our Jan van Riebeck, you know. But anyway,
You also did it because you would like to socialize with the world out
yes,
there.
also because to interact with other people
Yes,
because
because
this just sitting
because
here.
that was your lifestyle.
Yes,
You
I
were
mean,
so
I always
used to
interacted. Yes, I was
so
a
used to
manager.
being exactly, and
Yes.
you love being with people, like talking to people, and it gives you something to do as well.
That's right. That's what I said.
Keeps your mind busy.
I became very frustrated at one stage, extremely frustrated. You remember how you used to want to pull
Yes.
my annual hair out at that time because I'd become what they call a grumpy old fart, if you want to call it that. Everything irritated me. Everything. Now I find at least I can talk. I don't mind talking. I wouldn't even take phone calls at one stage because I became so negative. So once again, I just want to thank the creators of YouTube and all the podcasters that gave us the idea. They're giving me this now, and this I want to try and make now. At least I feel like I can contribute back to life. Maybe my work experiences, anything.
That's,
Just please comment at the bottom there. Anything,
that's what I was going to
on
say.
anything. I love talking.
If there's guys out there that would love to ask you for any advice regarding your work experiences that you've been through, um, they feel free to ask any questions.
Yes, of course, yes.
Because
I mean, I've been around a
you've
little
been
bit.
told, and I'm not patting my husband on the back here, but he's very good at. He used to be very good at what he did when it
I
came to
enjoyed
the
my.
work.
I put it this way. I
again.
took ownership of my job, and I
Yeah.
did make the most of it. I worked my way up from
And you also
the bottom of the
understand.
ladder right to the top, up to a manager, where up to a point where I actually had my own boiler industry, my own boiler company at one stage. But the thing is,
And you also understand that you also want to talk to all the men out there as well, that because more men will understand how they must feel or how you must feel having to work and be a hard worker all your life and then sit like that. Men will understand.
well, I'm going to be 66 in a couple of months.
Yeah, that.
But I'm very frustrated still because I just want to take a walk on the beach. I just want to go fishing.
Yeah.
I want to do what men are supposed to do. Go watch a game of rugby. Go watch some cricket. But anyway, at least I've got my TV and I've got my phone and I can make a few podcasts and we can talk. But please, you must send me any questions at the bottom. I will do my utmost best to answer any questions you ask me. And you can get my point of view. I don't say you have to follow my whatever my ideas are. But I find I have to do something just to get some form of income to help me and also to keep my mind, to keep myself active, to give me a purpose in life. At one stage, I lost that purpose. At one stage, I really wanted to just point my toes and go. You know what I'm talking
So
about.
going through a deep depression.
But I was a bit worried about I wouldn't get through the gates. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, because I have been a bit of a hooligan in my own lifestyle, I suppose.
We all have.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
But please, we are in the process of trying to get ourselves, what do they call that thing? Money what?
Monetizing.
PayPal what?
Are we going to get the PayPal soon?
We're going to try and put the PayPal, get that thing set up onto our phone, and then we'll put it at the bottom there in the comment section. And then if anybody can any way could help me anyway. I'm not begging because I don't believe in begging. I believe I'll work. I only want to be paid for work that I do. I don't want to get paid for nothing. I don't believe in that. That's bullshit. Lazy man shall not eat, they say in the Bible. They're right. So that is why I'm doing this, because I have to do something to try and at least put something on the table, extra on the table. This way I feel like I'm contributing something towards life and to other people. Maybe if I can just help one person out there, I'll be grateful. The more I can help, the better. But I can give them my experience if they've got any questions relating to boilers, etc., or steam, welding, that type of thing, high pressure stuff we're talking about. Please don't hesitate. Contact me. I will will willingly, more than willingly, share all my experiences and whatever knowledge I have gotten, I will willingly share it for no remuneration. As I said, I cannot unfortunately climb step ladders. I can't even walk properly anymore. But once again, please try not to forget, try and subscribe, because it does help me. It will help me so tremendously. If you could just like, share, and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Once again, good night, my fellow South Africans. Love you all. Remember, keep well.
Thank you, guys. And I just want to say just a few seconds of words here to all the stroke patients that are out there that are recovering from a stroke.
Try
God
YouTube.
bless you all, and try be strong. It's not easy. We know that. I know that. I've seen how my husband battles every day,
The dignity.
and it's also got a lot to do with dignity. So, guys, all the guys there that have had strokes, take care. God bless you, and be strong and be positive. You can get through it. Do your exercise every day, eat healthy, and just be strong. And I just pray that somebody is looking after you in the best of their capabilities, because I know some people can get very nasty with people that are disabled. But anyway, take care, guys.